Sangha Way-Seeking Mind Talks. And I'm going to give a talk today from Suzuki Roshi's 1966 Way-Seeking Mind, a talk about Way-Seeking Mind. But I want to, I'm going to read, I did it on Tuesday, but I'm going to do it again so we have it on a recording too. I'm going to read that as we're sitting, so here we go. Buddha's wisdom. You may come to realize how true Buddha's teaching is to the circumstances under which we suffer. When we realize how this teaching is true to us, you will begin your practice. But when you jump from one place to another, it is difficult to teach you how to practice Buddhism. Anyway, for the beginner, it is difficult to sit. However, if you continue your practice, you will discover your own posture, good or bad. Then you can say it may be better to put more strength in your abdomen to make your posture straighter, or you may find that you are leaning forward or backward. That you have some posture, your own posture, is at the same time to have some bad habits. Without bad habits, you cannot improve your posture. And then he laughs. It is good for us to have bad habits. But you ask me, what is right posture? That is also a mistake. Whatever you do is right. Nothing is wrong with what you do. But some improvement is necessary. Something should be done with what you have attained. Even though you attain enlightenment like Buddha, something should be done with it. That is his enlightenment. So the point is not whether your posture is right or wrong. The point is constant effort or way-seeking mind. Please enjoy your perfectly imperfect upright sitting. Nice to see everybody. I just got back late last Friday, so almost a week, I guess, whatever that is, from 3 weeks in Utah in the Canyonlands. So I'm going to say a little bit about that today. But first of all, I want to say just thank you to the people who gave talks while I was away on Suzuki Roshi's Zen Mind, Beginner's Mind. Thank you to those of you who show up and support, and I listened to all the talks and just total delight and love of what a wise, authentic Sangha we have. I was this morning, Bruce, my husband, is also a Zen person, and he was getting ready to lead his group, and they were going to do Zen Mind, Beginner's Mind, and he was just going on and on about what an amazing teacher Suzuki Roshi is. It's how what he said, I think is like, we all struggle with Dogen, because Dogen, founder of this particular branch of lineage, it can be hard to understand. Suzuki Roshi can be hard to understand too, but mostly he's just so simple and so clear and so profound. It's really just feeling really grateful. As I said at the beginning, we're going to begin next week with it's the tradition at Dharma Heart Zen every summer. Sangha members offer way-seeking mind talks. So some Sangha members will be doing that, and in between I'm going to be salt and peppering it, so to speak. I found 3 talks by Suzuki Roshi on way-seeking mind that I had never read before, one from 1966, one from 1969, and one from 1970. So I'm going to be bringing those forward. I'm just so curious about it, and you'll see today. I started with the 1966 one on Tuesday, and I'm going to finish it up today, although there's no finishing it. So some announcements. I was sitting here feeling there's the activity in the room and of coming and sitting and practicing, and all of you online wherever you are in the world, and also that the Jizo Peace Project it's finished. It's run, so to speak, at the Sebastopol Center for the Arts, and it's going to go to San Francisco Zen Center, and it's going to go to the Center for Spiritual Living. So, you know, this is we ripple, and we're also making burritos to support the immigrant population and the Caminata, which is coming up, which I'll be talking about. But also the vigil that we do once a month is this coming Wednesday. There's information up there, and also. We're starting a sewing project, which, do you want to say something, Debbie?
It's a sewing circle. No, we are sewing Okesa for Chris, which is a thing we do to honor our teacher and let her know how much she means to us. It's an ancient tradition. We will probably start sewing next month. You don't have to have experience to sew. If you do, that's great. What's going to happen is Connie Ayers and I will set up 1 or 2 training sessions just so that we can make sure that our stitches are like in the same realm. So yeah, so it's exciting, and I'm guessing it usually takes about a year. So anyone who wants to be involved, please let me know, and I'll put something in the newsletter also.
And I just want to say, you should not think that you're sewing this for me. You're sewing it for the Buddha, and the Buddha in each one of us, and I just happen to be a stand-in, so then it's really nice that you want to be nice to me. so thank you. First, Labor Day weekend, we're doing our first session at Pepperwood that includes a half-day sit. Some people will be joining the session and the half-day sit. We now have a wait list, but there's a Jukai on Sunday at 2:30 in the Oak Grove at Pepperwood, which should be I'm just so happy that we're going to get to do it there. And Laura and Jared will take their vows, and it's at 2:30 Sunday the 6th, I think, and everybody is invited. Practice period is starting, the annual practice period is starting October 11th. We're working on that. I'm happy to announce, and we'll be sending out more information within the next week, is that Sherry is going to be our Shuso, and we're going to be studying. I was remembering last year when Rachel was Shuso, and we did the Avatamsaka Sutra, and we pulled out this book that was about this thick and this big. Well, this year, this is what we're doing. It should be a real breeze.
What's it say?
We're doing trusting the mind, the Shin Shin Ming, which is a 3rd century essential Zen text. It's kind of the beginning of where Zen flowed out of this sea of Buddhism, and it's a beautiful poem.
Mm-hmm.
So, and we'll be using there are commentaries that are actually books, but I kind of just like, and we're gonna, there's so many translations. We'll be calling on all of them, but primarily I want to use Red Pine, just because Red Pine's an amazing human being who's alive and lives in the Northwest, and I consider as part of our lineage. Okay, so those are my announcements, I think. Way-seeking mind. what is it? Well, I guess I want to back up a second. I just to say something about, you know, when you travel and then you're just in the traveling of it, and then it begins to settle at you, and so what was that, and what are the takeaways, so to speak, or so where I am right now is, and I think that will flow through this talk, is human beings. It's I don't know if Utah is a red state or a purple state, or it's just, but just human beings. Everybody wants to be happy. And we're all so wonderful and amazing and wise and enlightened, and we are also confused and bumbling and doing the best we can. And I just think being a human being and having a human body and the whole shebang that goes with it is really quite extraordinary. And being in, we were in the Canyonlands, and we were on the Colorado River, which is, as you may be, it seems to have finally made the news, or big, I saw it more this week, at a historic low. Lake Powell, Lake Mead, I mean, we're in, I don't want to say we're in trouble, but it's, we were running a river that the guides had never run before, so to speak. I mean, these are experienced guides because they'd never run the river. Nobody had ever run the river that low. So there were rocks exposed. It had never been exposed before. And there's petroglyphs, and there's rocks that are up 1.8 billion years old. And you know, it's just the wonder of this planet, and how do we take care of it, and how do we take care of each other? And so that's why so the Way Seeking Mind talks that people will be giving, and please come and support them, is if it's your first Way Seeking Mind talk, is how did you come to practice? You know, 100 million thousand causes and conditions, and you got born in this body and this time, and you ended up practicing, and you ended up in this Sangha. It's like, huh? I mean, if these things don't amaze us, the whole thing, I just more and more think we're not paying attention. It's just full of wonder and awe. And profound don't know. And if you give your second Way Seeking Mind talk, which people do after a few years, are invited to do that, it's like there's no end to it. Whatever the story is that you told yesterday, you're going to tell a different one today. If you're really, it's what is this life? So, and so this is. I wanted to share Suzuki Roshi's commentary from 1966. I'm going to repeat just a little bit of, we did the first part of it on Tuesday, as I said, and I just want to review first paragraph. When we feel the evanescence of life, or when we have problems for ourselves and direct feeling of the problems, of the fact you have to face them, is how you arise way-seeking mind. And then this paragraph, which I just really like, because it validates my entire life, and maybe it validates yours. By nature, human beings have good and bad sides, half and half. When you want to do something good at the same time, you don't want to do something good. And then he laughs and he laughs. If you want to get up early at the same time, you say, I will stay in bed 5 more minutes. It is too early. At the same time, you want to get up, and you will say to yourself, no, yes, no. Yes is 50%, no is 50% or more. Bad things 60%, good 40%. You just watch your mind and spend a lot of time thinking, if I could just get it together, things would be a whole lot better. Or what is the matter with, or I thought I had it a minute ago. Or it just, Suzuki Roshi is so kind. He just is just so normalizing for somebody to tell us it's okay, it's okay. Yes, no, yes, I want it. I really want. I try really hard, but no, excuse me, but I really just need to think a judgmental thought right now because it seems to be happening, and I'm trying not to attach to it, and I'm going to be aware of it. But boy, if that person had just, I mean, we all know this, right? So how do we practice? And not to mention that the world is giving us plenty of material to be doing this all the time. So how do we practice? How do we wake up? How do we help this world? Okay, so here's the second part of his talk, and I'm usually edit a lot, but I really like a lot of this talk. And then what? I'm hoping, and I apologize if we don't have time to talk together today or whatever happens. It's perfect, and it's anyway. Ben Guston, who is Morgan Hewitt, who's part of this Sangha, is a wonderful practitioner. Her son, he's a wonderful practitioner and musician, and we put in the August newsletter the defeat of Mara. And I want to play a couple parts of that today, hopefully, just because when I hadn't listened to it, and I listened to it yesterday, and it's so beautiful. And the story of Buddha is so much, it's like he saw suffering, it touched him deeply, he went on a journey to wake up, and when he finally sat down under the Bodhi tree and said, I resolved to wake up with and for all beings. Mara, who were those little demon goblins in all of us, said, oh yeah? Well, who do you think you are? And let me throw at you all of your ancient twisted karma and all the things that, because I know you so well, that could throw you off your seat. And the Buddha just touches the earth. It's such a beautiful gesture, just touches the earth. And the earth affirms this human being who sits down and says, I care. I know that my life is interconnected with everything and everyone. And Mara just keeps going at him. And Buddha sits in the middle of good, bad, just here, just this. So I'm hoping we can play some of Ben's music about this at the end. But here's Suzuki Roshi. Because we have good and bad, half and half, we can help. If all of us, and he laughs and laughs, that's what I love about these unedited things, is they don't edit out where Suzuki Roshi laughs, and he laughs a lot. That's why I love Suzuki Roshi. If all of us were good, it would be impossible to help one another. It is a good thing that we have good nature and bad nature. We are able to feel the improvement however slightly we may change. It would be wonderful if we could help another even by a hair's breadth. It makes no difference what sort of problems or situations in life we have. If we have something to work on, it is enough. Good, everybody. You have problems. We have problems. This is very good news. Because we have good and bad, half and half, because we can find some way to help each other, if only by the width of the sheet of paper, by a few words, we can enjoy our life. How can I be of help? That's Bodhisattva vows. Here I am. The way-seeking mind should be actualized, should be realized in our actual world, which includes flowers and stones and stars and moon. The true way-seeking mind can only be actualized in full scale. Where there are human beings, there is the sun and stars, land and ocean, fish and grass and birds. Without this vast area we live in, where we can have our various problems, we cannot survive in this world. That's, I think, the root of what practice gives us. Is it give? I said on Tuesday, and I'll say this humbly, because it's me. It's all inclusive. It's just realizing how much human beings we all walk around in our own little bubbles. We all walk around in little self bubbles, and I think what practice does is it makes us more porous. Is we're just more aware of the swinging gate of breathing in and breathing out and the vastness of everything. And in my particular case, being in ancient canyon lands, it's really hard to ignore the fact that we're little dots on this huge, timeless, mysterious world. But forgetting this vast realm where we have absolute freedom, we seek for something merely for the sake of ourselves, just for human beings. Thus we have to suffer our nature, which is good and bad 50-50. When we become aware of this big realm, which includes everything, then we have big, big mind and big, big trust. We have perfect, eternal freedom within this big realm. I also just want to say and make a plug for Sangha, is that's what we do, is we help each other. I forget, you remember. You forget, I remember. We just sit together and help each other, and that happens all the time anyway, but in Sangha we're particularly helping each other remember what's most important. Actually, the way-seeking mind is the conviction to fly as a bird that flies in the air, to enjoy our being in this vast world of freedom. Enjoying our nature as a part of this vast world, we have no uncertainty because we don't know there is nowhere to go. Life and death is not our problem anymore. We attain enlightenment in this big realm. We suffer in this big realm. We are ignorant of the limit of the world. Here we don't even have the problem of attaining enlightenment. Ignorance is good. Enlightenment is good. Zazen is good. To stay at home is good. Everyday activity will take place in this big realm. Our human effort, our human culture should be based on this kind of imperturbable conviction. Sit. Just live right in the center of this. And we wobble, and that's okay. That's just, but the ground, and that's what a vow is. That's what's going to be happening at the Jukai ceremony. And we're all going to do it together and reaffirm it. It's just here, just this. How can I be of help and awake in the midst of this vast and deluded and wondrous world? Our effort should not be limited to ourselves. That is what I mean by the way-seeking mind. When Dogen Zenji attained enlightenment, he said he forgot all about his body and mind, dropping body and mind. This means, in case you were wondering, is anybody wondering? I wonder ongoing. This means he found himself in this big world. So our activity should be limitlessly small and at the same time should be limitlessly great. There is no difference in the greatness of our activity and what may seem a trivial small activity. Just take care of each thing, because each thing isn't a thing, it's the entire world. They have the same value. Our pleasure and conscience will be fully supported by this big, big realm. In this way we practice Zazen. We should strive for enlightenment, of course. Well, I'm not sure about that because I don't know what that means, but anyway, if it helps you, please strive for it. We should try to calm down our mind. Please, try to calm down your mind. But I don't want to. No, Rita. Yes, big mind. Yeah, but mine is, I mean, I think it's so wonderful just to witness, we're not going to get over ourselves, but we're going to wake up right in the center of it. This makes me really happy. It's so normal and not special. But it is impossible to attain enlightenment or to calm down your mind without realizing the fact of this big realm which supports us. If you don't realize this fact, trying to calm your mind is the same as arguing which came first, the chicken or the egg. The moment you say the hen came first, the egg is already there as her mother. There is no end to the argument. I think I should not talk too much. The more you practice Zazen, the more you find out the true, deeper meaning of our practice. Zazen on the cushion, we come together to affirm it. We're doing sesshin, we're doing practice period. We've been given this beautiful posture and this practice, and Zazen as Zazen body and a way to live. Otherwise, it's just one more thing that we're wandering around in and dabbling here and dabbling there. It's like, what is this Zazen way of living? And here he tells us. Want to hear it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We should be more friendly and frank and straightforward. And we should be more free, and we should accept the instruction, the teachings. This is our way, forever. And we help each other. Somebody said this morning, because we've been organizing like mad for this sesshin, and everybody's taking a different piece of it, and it's just so, and I said, it's so wonderful, just all these different minds and just different ways of perceiving, and how much we need everybody. And somebody said, well, I only have half a mind, and I only have half a mind too. It's why we need each other, you know? It's like, that's what we do, and that's what we do for all beings, because I told the story on Tuesday, so I won't tell it again, but I had never met a real, I mean, who knows what real is, MAGA person before. I mean, I've read about them in the news, but this person at the airport, you know, had the hat and it said MAGA, and I think a button that said genetic purity, and I just keep thinking about him, because I was right next to. I mean, I have a relationship with him now because we went through the shoe line together at the airport and had a little conversation about his boots, and I realized how angry he is, and it helped me realize how angry I am. And so what are we all going to do? How are we going to do this? You know, I just, so Ben's defeat of Mara, there are several different sections to it, and we can't do all of it, although you can do it if you want to at home. But the two I wanted to play today, and it's about 5 minutes, is when Buddha touches the earth as his witness, as our witness, touches the earth and says, I'm here with and for all beings. And the earth, sometimes the story is there's a depiction, I think there's one at the San Francisco Asian Art Museum, where Buddha touches the earth, and the earth goddess Pravithi reaches up and touches him, and it sometimes says, and the earth shook like a joyful woman. I love that. That's what it feels like to be awake in this world. And the second part is, I think it's, we are all Buddha seeds of light. That's what Buddha woke up to. That's what we're all waking up to. So I would just please relax, upright, and just hopefully this will work, and experience the defeat of Mara moment after moment. And Mara in the end, of course, becomes a disciple too. It's like, it's like, okay, I'm part of everything. Here I am. Let's see what happens.
Maybe nothing.
Ooh, nope, there we go.
That is okay. At least one song.
I need a witness. I need a witness.
Let me start over. I'm sorry.
Evil kinsman, I see your faces. I hear your voices in my head. And I see what you mean.
Why are you alone?
I think I need a witness. 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 I invite the earth to be my witness and touch the ground. I need a evil kinsman. Seeds of light. All beings are seeds. 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 Seeds of light. All beings are
Well, no, I wanna play the whole thing, but we don't have time, but the final part is gate.
It's on the website?
So I'm pretty sure it's on, it was in the newsletter, so it should be on the
So
website.
to the whole thing?
Yeah,
Yeah.
to the whole thing.
Good.
So, but we have just a few minutes, let's just, any response, that made me cry.